Hello everyone out there. My name is Akindele-Akande. My friends call me Ken Tomlinson. Today I want to introduce my blog to you. The title is Falling in Love with Destiny. Have you ever fallen in love before? Through this article, blogging, or anything you see on this website is about falling in love with God and falling in love with destiny. So the first of it will be titled I'm in love. Continue our story on falling in love with destiny. For today's topic will be my first love. Have you ever had any first love? Can you remember the first person you fell in love with? Okay, now we'll be talking about falling in love with God. Okay, how on earth are you ever going to explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important a biological phenomenon as falling in love? That's a quote by Albert Einstein. The knowledge of love in the time of neuroscience became so much of a mystery that science could not clinically explain this concept. The more we research and learn about love, the more it became a powerful force and influence on earth. Everyone at some point would experience this mystery, especially during childhood. As strong as this romantic or erroneous love poses to be, there is a greater love called agape. The purpose of God them to be to fall in love with fulfilling their purpose and destiny. And I want to say welcome back. How has this year been for you? 2017 is going to be a great year. I'm highly excited about how the year is unfolding for me already. How is it for you? Do you have your long list of resolutions, what to do and not to do in this year 2017? I have mine. How is it coming for you? 2016 for me last year was a year of discovery, a year where I started a lot of things that I couldn't think of myself. Hello friends, how are we today? How are you celebrating your Valentine? We still have some few hours to the end of the day. For me, I'm having a great day. Guess who my Valentine is? Guess who are my Valentines, if I want to say. Okay, for me today, I had to sit down and ask myself, if I want to celebrate Valentine, if I want to do anything, I want to do it with purpose. I want to do themselves. My focus groups are moms, either as a working mom or as a full-time mom. For full-time moms, I help to instill confidence and good self-image that while they're looking after the children or the family, they have a sense, they derive a sense of belonging or a sense of fulfillment. And at the same time, I help them to discover their drive, their inner drive and their passion, and I help them follow their plans through so that they can achieve their outcome at the end of the day. And for working moms, I help working moms find a work balance, a family work balance in their life, that as they go to work, their family is not being left behind, and at the same time they are productive at work while they're looking after their family. I help them correct or abate the feeling of abandoning their children or their family while they go about their where they go to their work. So for our working mom, I help them to discover themselves, that they can find a balance, they can find a strong foundation for themselves and still discover who they are while they're juggling between work and being a mom at home. And that is what I do. Thank you. When is it going to be my turn? Everyone is enjoying life and I am right here. I want to say to you today, I've got this one message for you. Just before you give up, listen to this story. I heard a story of an elephant and a dog. Both of them are mothers and they were pregnant. So this time around when they were pregnant, the dog gives birth to his puppies just in weeks, and here is an elephant. His pregnancy is so many months, maybe about 20 months if according to the research, about 20 months for elephants to give birth to their children. So what happened? This elephant sits and watch the dog, parade his children everywhere. Oh, I've got my puppies, and he's pregnant again. In another pregnancy, The dog will give birth to his puppies, and here is the elephant still watching that, God, when is this going to happen? When am I going to have my baby? When am I going to hold my little one in my hand? When are people going to celebrate with me? When are going to be rejoiced with me for my delivery? But it's never happened so quickly. But guess what? One day is one day. One day, the story of this elephant changed. After so many months, after a long time waiting, it happened. The elephant gave birth, and this time around, guess what this child looked like? A big child. You can imagine how big an elephant is. So his child, or whatever, his children were so big, bigger than what anybody could imagine. And everyone in the animal kingdom, every animal gathered around the elephant to celebrate with her for this baby that she has brought forth. And the story of this giant child went all over the world of the animal kingdom. And that is to say that sometimes, what did we get from this story? That sometimes it may just be that God, or the universe, so to speak, is preparing something bigger, something greater that you could ever in life. We will go through situations, but I want you to be sure today that do not let your joy, do not let anything steal your joy from you. Do not let any circumstance steal that smile off your face. Do not let anything you're going through steal that joy from your heart. Yes, there is difference between joy and happiness. Happiness comes from happenings. Oh, things happening around us. Okay, we have good things happening and we are happy, But when things are not happening well, then we are sad. On the other hand, joy comes from within. Joy comes from an assurance of who we are. Joy comes from, something in you, faith in you that keeps telling you that you can be something in life, that you will get there, you will get your miracle, you will get that breakthrough, you will get that job, you will get married, you will have children even when you don't see it. So that joy comes from that faith from within you. So it's not just from the happenings, but from the faith that you have in God. On my last broadcast, one or two comments told that I should be more explicit about how to stay joyful when you are in the midst of the storm. So I came with a lot of illustration today. So this morning I'll be talking about 5 hours how to stay joyful through the week. Monday, Tuesday, God inspired my heart. Apply this 5 hours into your life this week. You're going to see a change. You're going to be joyful in your heart, and you'll rejoice in your heart, and you will hope for better things to come your way. Okay, the first one this morning is, number 1, recount. Recount all the good things God has done for you. Have you had a good experience in life, or things coming your way that you could ever think or imagine? Imagine when you got married. Imagine when you met someone that showed you favor. When you miraculously get admission into school. When you got something that you didn't deserve. Recount all the good things. Count your blessings. There's a song that says, count your blessings. Name them one by one. And you will discover how much God or life has been good to you. The next one is remind. Remind yourself of the good things, of the mood, the emotions that you were at that moment. I can remember there was a point in my life when, when I was about going into the university. When I got the admission, it was a miracle. We'll be talking about 7 hells to living large. Okay, so if I say living large, what do I mean? Living large, some people will say, oh, living large, you have to have money. I mean, millions in your account. Some will come across and say, oh, you have to have children, you have to have big family, or you have to be famous to be living large. Different opinions about living large. But for me today, I want to say to you that you will come to a place where everything in life won't matter until you began to fulfill your purpose in life. So many famous people, wealthy people, rich people all over the world, they have money, they have everything, but until they give back to their community, until they give to charity, until they do something, for someone that does not deserve it, then their purpose won't be fulfilled. They come to that place where they are hungry to fulfill purpose, where they are more passionate about fulfilling purpose rather than living just anyhow. And that is what this today is about. That how do I live large? How do I fulfill my purpose living large? So the first L today is live. The second one is love. The third one is laugh. And the fourth one says listen. The fifth one is learn. The sixth is lift. And the last one, the seventh one, says lead. Okay, so we'll start with the first one today. It says leave. There was a time in my life that I came to a place where I have to ask myself this question, that do I want to live or die? I was in situations, I was thinking a lot about, how things weren't working well for me. And I saw myself going down. I was anxious, I was depressed, I was going through a lot. But I came to that junction in life that I asked myself that do I want to live or die? Then I chose live. I chose to live rather than die. Because we'll be battered with a lot of situations in life that will drain us. Because will lead us to the path of death. But we have to rise up again and say to life that I love to live. I love to live a good life, and I will go after everything that makes me live that life. And that is why I'm saying to you today that choose life, choose to live life to the maximum. Live every moment. Let every moment count. Today I have taken, and I will say the question. I will narrate the audio. What she's been through once again. She said everything she's ever, loved in life or people. Everything she's ever loved in life, people, even sometimes situations that, come back to her as aids. That even her home families, father, mother, and, siblings have not shown her the love that she deserved. And what has been happening, I don't know, she didn't tell me the details of what happened between our relationships, but she was like, she's been hurt in different forms. That even sometimes life, generally, situations, people say, oh, I've met, our friend says they've met good people, but for her, it's not been good. She's always been, being unlucky, meeting the wrong people, that won't help her, or that will take her for granted, or that will, use her and exploit her. So all the things she accounted for in life has been through her giving to love, and love not returning to her. Then I'll begin to have, then I couldn't answer that question, that should I give up, or give me one reason to love again. That was why I came online. Like, guys, you have to help me, because with this one is a tough one. However, I still have a reservation to say to her that love is good, and God wants us to love, or nature wants us to love, and there's no way you want to keep living without loving. So she listened to the last broadcast that I had about 7 hells. 7 hells to living large, which the first one says leave, the second one love, the third one says laugh, the fourth one says listen, the fifth one says learn, the sixth says lead, and the seventh, which is the last one, says lead. So when she took me on the love part, that, sorry, Kenny, I'm about giving up on love. Nobody should tell me about loving anyone. And I begin to wonder that what's going on. And that was why I came up with the post that please help me with this question. So 1, 2, 3 persons, helped me with answers. So I'll read out the answer in case you didn't get to read it on my post. Someone said, one of my friends said that one reason to love again is because you are worth it. It's an awesome feeling to love genuinely as well as to be loved. So to love is to do so beyond emotions. It's an action doing word, and it can be fulfilling.
And I'm like, wow, it can be fulfilling, yes. That one reason to love again is because you're worth it. And while I want to say, yes, you're worth it, but this person had given so much into love. In fact, she's in a place where she's feeling worthless. She doesn't even want, anything to do with anyone or love anyone again. She just wants to be by herself until she, until she dies. And my friend has replied that one reason to love again is because you're what if. In case you're wondering what I'm looking at my laptop to read the question because I can't do the same on the phone. So she's giving up on love, and one answer for you. I know you'll be listening to me because I told you to watch this broadcast today. That someone is saying to you out there that one reason to love again, my friend, is because you're worth it. That you're not loving. Now let me add, let me add mine to that. That one reason you should not give up on love is because of you. Is you. It's about you. You have to stay on top of your game. I'm writing a book about how to find happiness, finding happiness, how to stay on